having to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Back to the air. Haskins after the pick six. Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the football, but now face second and long. They go play action now. Haskins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 24. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
On for the point after.
So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
But number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
Houston will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Throwing after the interception. Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Fielded just inside the 30. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of...
And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Philly. 56 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw...
And now here is another interception. Snags it for the pick. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal, and the Pigs get at the 7-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown,
Zach Ertz. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
His kick is good.
And he puts it through.
Makes the score Eagles 21, Washington 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
10 yards on the pickup.
On second down, it's Gibson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 29.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 16. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one. But again.
Caught by the tight end Ertz. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
First down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's McDonald. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Quez Watkins, the intended target. But it's going to be 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again. McDonald. He's going to float this one deep right side. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line. So this Same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
At the 31. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. That's caught. It's John Hightower. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown.
Washington.
So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
A 7-yard pickup.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
He'll have a 1st down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
18 on the play. 1st down, Philadelphia.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Chase Young on the tackle. A gain of 4.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first rush coming, and he's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
At their own.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He'll start with a handoff to Sanders.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Sherman on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
They'll go again with Sanders.
32-yard line.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. That, Charles, the 1st interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the 1st one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a 2nd season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Made back at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, Haskins. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Watch the pass.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
At the 14-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a first down.
Eagles.
Yeah, good job, fellas. Good job.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Miles Sanders.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
For Isaiah Coulter.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Here's Hurts to throw. Open man here, Sims, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones.
A gain of 30.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a... And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown,
A
Philadelphia.
nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
24-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. The 40, 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 76 yards. And Washington able to cut into that deficit.
Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible two-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for two here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
A gain of 5.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Down.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. He's got it at the 15. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown.
A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott on for the extra point. And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Score Eagles 42. Washington 26.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. A nice little juke.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
By the receiving team.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 37.
Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.